This is Jersey's news commentary channel. On February 12, the Cyberspace Administration of China launched its 2026 Clean Internet campaign, explicitly targeting speech that promotes or advocates non-marriage and non-childbearing, anti-marriage or anti-natal values, as well as commentary said to stir gender antagonism or amplify fear of marriage and anxiety over childbirth. Faced with a demographic crisis, the CCP has chosen to wield the big stick of opinion control like prescribing a skin treatment for a heart disease. Data from the National Bureau of Statistics show that China recorded 7.92 million births in 2025, with a natural population growth rate of 2.41 per thousand. Figures from the Ministry of Civil Affairs indicate that only 6.106 million couples registered marriages in 2024, the lowest level in nearly 4 decades. As both marriage and childbirth fall rapidly, the CCP attributes the decline to people promoting certain views. But our economic slowdown, surging unemployment, crushing housing, education, and healthcare costs, and a fragile social security system really the result of propaganda? The CCP has long reduced complex institutional problems to issues of individual thought, turning material hardship into alleged moral decline, flipping its own textbook logic when convenient. In truth, the demographic cliff is not the outcome of individual natural choices, but a disaster produced directly by power, institutions, and policy. The first historical debt lies in decades of the one-child policy, enforced despite warnings from conscientious experts. It suppressed birth numbers while distorting family structure, generational balance, and gender ratios. By the time the authorities recognized a population crisis, the cohort of childbearing age citizens had already been depleted by that basic national policy. The second debt stems from a distorted real estate model and inequitable distribution system that have driven living costs to unbearable levels, fueling fear of marriage and anxiety about raising children. At the same time, economic decline under Xi Jinping's policy direction has further eroded people's willingness to marry or have children. When young people struggle simply to survive, choosing not to marry or reproduce can be seen as responsibility rather than moral failure. The new campaign treats young people's anxiety as negativity, honest descriptions of reality as provoking division, and personal life choices as harmful advocacy. It turns the consequences of the system into enemies, and public discussion into supposed evidence of wrongdoing. In reality, the true culprit lies in the value system of power itself. The CCP treats the womb as a national asset, marriage and childbirth as political tasks, and individual choice as an ideological battlefield. Birth rates are an alternative thermometer of social confidence. Yet even in the face of a demographic crisis, the CCP persists in a power-centric mindset, replacing institutional reflection and reform with campaign-style crackdowns, an approach that only deepens the disaster.